Welcome, welcome, gorgeous scorpions, scorpies. Thank you for joining me. This is your reading for this week leading up to the 21st of December and the solstice and the conjunction and all these exciting things that are going on at the moment. Let's all go. So thank you for joining me at the Lightroom forecast. And we're going to get a few cards for you, lovely watery creatures, today. Let's see. So I'm going to use the journey map for an overarching card. Here we have a rather scorpionic card on the bottom there. Now let's see. Let's see. Just one card, please, for the lovely Scorpios. Just one card. And do check out your other readings, because we are all a mixed bag. Sorry. I'm just going to have to go down deep. It's not uncommon for Scorpios, is it? Now, let's see. Wow. Yeah, as I was saying, don't forget to check out those other signs, because we are a combination of all sorts of things. So if you do know what your other planets are in, like Venus, your ascendant, your moon, Jupiter, that's an interesting one to look at the moment, in fact, because of this big conjunction. So for your overarching energies, my lovely Scorpions, we get the gear shifter. This is really a card of making sure that you know where your feet are planted at this point in time, and the places that you're willing to go, or where you see your next direction, where you see you're heading. Because the gear shifter is about circumstance, situations where we find that suddenly everything starts to move incredibly quickly. So does it feel like that to you at the moment, that there's sort of a speed around your world? There's an acceleration of sorts. It's an interesting card. And we see the older with the child, the elder, I should say, with the small child. It's a kind of glyph of time at the same time. We see the speed, the potential speed that life moves at. Sometimes it's very quickly. And I think when you talk to older people, they'll more often than not say, good grief, my life went so quickly, and here I am. It's interesting, and I still feel like I'm 18, 20 or 30, and I'm 85 or something like that. So it's an interesting, in some ways, a glyph of time, but also that things can suddenly shift up gears like real quick. So it's good to know where we're at, where we seem to get a bit of need for grounding in these water readings. It's interesting at the moment, yeah. So for overarching energies for you, my Scorpio friends. And now we'll look at our choices at this time. Wow. We look at our choices. As I say that, the Three of Swords pops out. We seem, as I've said in other readings, when this, depending on what's around it, of course, but when the three appears, It is more often than not, a very intellectual understanding of sorrow. You know, maybe this time of review, nearing the end of a year, we do look back. We see how much sometimes sorrow, past sorrow, has affected our decision making, or it has affected what risks we may take. So it's very interesting. And sorrow, we can remember it. We feel it. It's just another human emotion. And like all, passes and can be fleeting or can last a long time. So that's our choice, I guess. Let's just see. Time. I see a feeling, I hear it more. Some sort of, some loss of sorts. The challenge. Yeah. At the moment, lovely Scorpios. The challenge. The Empress. The Empress is fecund, creative woman, nurturing woman, man, whatever. It's a state. It's not related to anything to do with gender, really. Nurturing. The Empress isn't going anywhere. She's not on the move. She's embodying all the aspects of unconditional love. And the really offers the directive of how that unconditional, heart-based life is probably the ultimate freedom. I don't know really why I'm getting all of this, but is the ultimate freedom. And it's offered freely. It's for challenge. It's interesting. It's for challenge. What can we embody for ease? At this current time, it seems that we need to be aware of where we're really at and maybe have a few different ideas about where we want to go, because the general feeling is that things are going to speed up. They're going to really speed up. Maybe. I mean, I just get what I get here, so it's not going to necessarily resonate with everybody. Let's see. Traits. Oops. Wow. The general gist here is go with it. We get the Wheel of Fortune. Sometimes we're on top of that wheel. Sometimes we fall off. But we always get back on again, because we are on it by the sheer nature and the fact that we're alive and we're here. Marvelous. And it's a gift. And it's a new cycle again. We need, I think, generally with these cards, I mean, I love this particular depiction of the Wheel of Fortune in the Thoth deck. It really is glorious. Gold and blue. The directive, it seems, at this current time for you, gorgeous. gorgeous Scorpios. Is that I think some of you may be having quite a big shift in terms of the way you want to move forward, in terms of the way that you do what you do, because you are very brave and you're not afraid to get down to the real nitty-gritties. And I say that my moon's in Scorpio, so maybe I'm just flattering myself by saying that, but I wasn't directing it at me. I don't think I'm particularly brave. But you Scorpios, you really like to delve deep and to understand, to see what's there, to see what could be seemingly hidden. I'll just get one of my star cards here for you, Scorpio, for this reading, which is a very interesting reading. Gosh, it's really sort of, it's really sort of poor. That's how I feel. So just one card for the star cards, please. They're just little cards of guidance for you here. Just wait for one card to pop out. I'm not popping yet. Just one, please. For a lovely Scorpio. Wow. This is amazing. This is really beautiful. I think you know more about this than I do. Somehow I'm sitting here sort of trying to make sense from this reading. But I feel that whoever chooses to watch this certainly knows what's happening. We get the card of manifestation. Manifest, preparation, time to reap. So I think, beautiful Scorpio friends, I think you deserve a good holiday at the end of this year, at the end of this. I think you really do. Fair play to you. I don't know why I get that. But I hope this was helpful for you or provided some insight. And if not, then these readings are very general, even if they are on your astrological sign. So, with that, thank you so much for joining me. I really do appreciate it. And take good care. And hopefully you join me around the 29th of December when there's a full moon in Cancer. So take good care, my Scorpionic friends. Cheerio.